what I'm doing. There we are. Not bad third gig, good friend of mine. I hope he continues. I am also 40. My wife's turned 40, which means we now have to upload our home movies to a completely new category. I mean, she doesn't mind being labelled 40 plus, but she fucking hates being called an amateur. Right, so, one last act in this section. Are you ready for that? He has just arrived. I'm going to call him Big Shaun, and you'll see why. Please welcome to the stage my friend, Mr. Big Shaun!
Hello? No, come on. Hello? It's better. I'm Shaun, and I am a fat bastard. It's been 36 days since my last kebab. If I'd have managed 40, I would have got a little coin. Unfortunately, best kebabs across the road, so that's me back on day one in the morning. I've always been big, always been a very tall man. Even when I was small, I was tall, taller than everyone. And I've always been a big unit. My mum tried lots of ways to help me to lose weight. I used to go to the doctors once a week to get weighed on a Monday. If I'd lost weight, we had a chippy tea. If I'd stayed the same, we had a chippy tea. If I'd put on weight, we went to the chip shop, and when we came out, she knocked them at me hand and gave me a right good kicking. Tried Weight Watchers. I would eat it when nobody else was looking. I tried Slimming World. I went on another world, Mars. And Mum, in an amazing attempt to get me to lose weight, gave me AIDS. AIDS. Google it. I'm not here to pander to your whimsy. AIDS were a thing that came from America, like a lot of things do, and they were a dietary aid. They were little cubes of toffee that tasted like mint. I think they had some kind of stimulant in them. I think it was crack. I'm not entirely sure. And you were meant to take one after each meal to stop you from having cravings in between meals and stop you cheating in between meals. You got 48 in a box. I ate a full box in one go, which led to 4 days of what can only be described as explosive diarrhea. I got a chippy tea on Monday though. Really complicated relationship with my mum. She didn't show affection, she didn't show love in a standard way. My mum showed it by basically calling you an arsehole. But you knew you were loved because if she were nice to you, you wondered what was wrong. If she went, "Now then, you big scruffy bag," that was the height of love for me, and I really appreciated it. Anyway, I grew up, went to university, went to Manchester. Went to Manchester in 1987, the height of Manchester. The Happy Mondays, the Stone Roses, it was fucking great. We took loads of drugs. We took weed, pills, speed, acid, mushrooms, and we danced. We danced at the Happy Mondays, and it was fabulous. I still take a lot of drugs. They're all prescription. So I can't hook you up with any MDMA, but I've got loads of metformin for your diabetes. And I love Manchester. I always thought Manchester was like Sheffield's older brother. Bigger, cooler, better music, bigger dick. True. I've got a younger brother. That's what I'm saying. We were talking about eye contact earlier. The only time I ever maintain eye contact is when I'm having sex. So Megan, you'd only have to keep eye contact for 17 seconds and it'll be all over. But it'll be the best 17 seconds of your fucking life. Yeah. I have to be honest though, ladies, I'm going to disappoint you now. I am married. Yeah. She's a lovely girl. She's 5'2", and she's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I once saw her threaten to get a 6'2" tall man, beat him to death with the arms that she ripped off him. Yeah, she's very aggressive. But she's lovely, and when we first met, she said those beautiful 3 words that every boy wants to hear. Cock out, now! Yeah, aggressive. I've never been so turned on in all my life, apart from right now. So yeah, the one thing I can tell you about Manchester, everybody thinks it's rough, and somebody mentioned about it being a capital of knife crime. Well, yeah, to an extent. And I once did get threatened with a knife in Manchester. It was when I was at uni. I was coming back from a night out. I was going back to the hall of residence, and there were 2 Asian lads outside, and 2 scallies were throwing bricks at them. The 2 Asian lads were mates of mine. There was Nihal Sharma, and there was Rajiv Shastiva. And Rajiv shouted out to me, and I'm going to do the accent. Yes. Shaun! These lads are throwing bricks at us, mate. Just from Wolverhampton. Where did you think I was going with that? Do you think I'm fucking cancelled? I'm not Alfie Brown. So I kind of walked around the corner and I said, "Oh, what's fucking going on here?" And these 2 little chavs looked at me, these 2 little scallies, and they went, "Shut it, fatty. Shut it, fatty, we'll fucking cut you." I said, "Oh, get through that, you fucking knobhead. Fuck off." It helps to be fat. We can't be kidnapped. Try fucking lifting this into the back of a van. Now, if you've got sweeties, I'll get in voluntarily. Yeah. And then I was dating before I met Janine, my wife. And you guys, you beautiful young people, you've got it all, haven't you? You've got your Tinder, your Bumble, your Hinge, your Grindr. You've got your hope, your dreams, your pretty young bodies. Us, we've got fuck all. We've not even got hope. But back in the day, we did. Back in the day, I did. And there were only 2 ways you could date back in our day. There were no apps, because there were no mobile phones. What there was dial-up internet. And there were 2 websites. One was called Match.com. And they wanted £50 a month to be a member. And I'm a Yorkshireman, and I'm not fucking paying for a shag. The other one, and it's still going to this day, Plenty of Fish. Anybody heard of Plenty of Fish? Should be called Plenty of Fish Fingers, because there's some fucking smelly bastards on there. So I went on Plenty of Fish. And one Saturday morning I got up, opened up the computer, loaded up Plenty of Fish, went and made a cup of tea, had my breakfast, a shower, came back down, it was still loading. And I saw, "Shaun, you have a message." This could be the one. This could be Miss Right, or at least Miss Right now. I opened the message. It said, "38, you look more like 68, you fat ugly bastard. Get that nipple chewed off your fucking head, get your teeth sorted out, you horrible, ugly cunt." That was the day I left Plenty of Fish. It's also the day I found out my mother were on Plenty of Fish. Strange. I've had a lot of insults in my time, you know, anything from Big Daddy, giant haystacks, honey monster, fat cunt, fat bastard. My favourite was the other week, somebody said, "You're a motherfucker." I said, "No. My mother's dead. She's in an urn in my dad's wardrobe. At best, it's a challenging wank. But anyway, life's for living, so go out and live your best life. Do all the things that you can before you die. Okay? That's my advice. Megan, I'm looking at you. Come and see me after the show. Thanks a lot, guys. I've been Big Shaun.